Okay, YouTubers, thought I'd come out, give you an update on the outdoor grow outs. We have had nothing but rain lately, which the herb garden seems to be loving. Still need to get another container, another one of those containers to put those two in. See how slack I am. And we got some Ludwigia starting to grow up out of the water here. Got some more to add to that. And you see the red root floaters seem to be loving it too. So we'll check this crap out. Okay, and this, oh, I guess I got a little Pennywort in there too. Over here we got some more Pennywort and some more, look at this. This is a pygmy chainsword right here, and I put in one little twig of it. Okay, it's grown all the way out. Put one little twig in right here, and it's growing like crazy. Okay, over here, this is Hygrophilia Sunsetia. That's right, Sunset Hygro. A little trash on it, but seems to be growing pretty good. This is just the beginning of the season, really. We're just getting really warm temperatures again. We just had a cold snap come through and had a ton of rain, which I think most of the East Coast of America got. So I think we're finally going to start seeing some May weather here in this next week or so. So finally we might actually get some real growth out of this. But everything has pretty well acclimated itself to the outdoor so far. And you see this is Blixa japonica. What it looks like outdoor with natural light. This is S. Rippens in here. It's starting to take off, and finally we've got a little bit of bladderwort here, or not bladderwort, but subwashitani, and a bunch of Java moss that has started to spread, and some Java fern. This has got a bunch of Java moss strung in through it. So I'm going to pick out. I'll spend a day out here someday just pulling all that crap off. As I said in my last video, I am going to be doing a rescape of the 55 and the 40 breeder coming up here soon. And when I do that, I'm going to be moving and reallocating a lot of plants. Supposed to be having a big meeting with the higher ups in my fish club. I just do the web page for them, but I think they're promoting me up whether I want it or not. So I'm going to be in on the ground floor on what we're going to be doing as far as setting up the swap meets and the meetings and the shows and all that stuff for the next year. And that's coming up. And what I'm going to try to do is, through the use of that and being the one that is running the web page, and I also have administrative to the Facebook page and the forum. I'm going to make sure that it is well posted. I want to get the club more interested in doing swap outs. You know, I mean, we got to get the swap meets going. I think that is what's really missing in this club. I feel that if we could get people more interested in, you know, maybe breeding some fish or raising up plants and that kind of thing, and then bringing them to, and equipment's good too, you know. I mean, there's a lot of times where you you know, you start up a cichlid tank or whatever, and you think that's the where-all be-all, put a bunch of money into it, and then you decide you want to go with discus. Well, you don't need a lot of the stuff that you had for your cichlid tank, so now you got a bunch of extra stuff that's laying around, and you need the extra money to buy stuff for the discus tank or some new discus. So, you know, what better way to do it than trade it in the club, keep it in the club, and that way, you know, anything comes up in the future or whatever, you can always, you know, go back and borrow or whatever, you know. I just think it's healthier to bring it and keep it in the club. You know where it's going, you know it's going to a good place. Same with fish, you know. Maybe you decided you want to go with discus and you got a bunch of cichlids you want to get rid of. Well, there's somebody else who wants to try cichlids. Okay, great, you know. You make a swap out or whatever, you know, you sell it. At any rate, I'm kind of rambling here. This is where we're at with the outdoor grow outs. When I do the rescape on the 55 and the 40, I am going to be bringing out a lot more assortments of plants out here. As I said, we're just really starting to get into the temperatures where things are starting to grow well, and you know, that's when I'm going to start really dragging out some of the more delicate plants. For those of you, anybody who wants any of the this Pennywort, it's free. You just got to pay for the shipping, which I can stuff quite a bit of it, enough to get you well started in a small flat rate box, which will cost you $8. So $8, and I'll stuff it out with the Pennywort. So and I'll even throw in some red root floaters if you want them. But you know, yeah, leave me a comment or email me at paulsplanetaquariums.com at Gmail, or paulsplanetaquariums@gmail.com. And we'll do that. The red root floaters and the Pennywort is free. So if you need any of that, that's the only thing that I really got an abundance of that I can start, you know, sending out now. We got some life in here. Got some mosquito larvae. Get out here with a net later on and net some of those guys out for food for the fish. That's all I got right now that I'm going to be sending out. Once again, I am going to be putting the Apistogramma orange flash up for sale on Aquabid probably this afternoon. I've got a couple other projects I got to do before I can get to that, but including editing and getting this thing up. But if I have time, I'll get them up this afternoon, if not tomorrow. They will be available on Aquabid, so go check that out if you're interested in getting some Apistos. Beautiful fish, very, very personable. You can put them in a community tank with cardinals and neons and gouramis and all kinds of, you know, I mean, they're very sociable fish. And I think that's about all I got for today. Just thought I'd do a quick update on this. So everybody enjoy your weekend, and I'm out, and we'll see you soon.